Hello, it's John Hampton. You're in conservative company. Today's Flag Day. Please always honor our flag. It's also Red Friday. Remember everyone deployed. Last month, Secretary of State Kerry approved $1.3 billion worth of aid to Egypt. I'd like to talk about that for a few minutes. $1.3 billion. That's an awful lot of money to give to a country that has shown so much disdain for the United States in the recent past. There were laws in place governing whether or not Egypt would be eligible to receive the aid. In a memo by Secretary Kerry, he described in a specific way how Egypt had failed to comply with the law. But of course he awarded the aid anyway. Why are these laws even drafted? Politicians only obey or enforce these laws when it is in their best interest to do so. Otherwise, the law is ignored and trampled upon as though it never existed. For more information on this part of the story, please go to inconservativecompany.com and read my article entitled, U.S. Awards Egypt $1.3 billion aid package. There are some other aspects to this story which I think are worth mentioning. I have 3 examples to share. The first is an article from worldnews.nbcnews.com. The article is entitled, The Drawdown Diet, Marines Steamed by the Loss of a Hot Meal at Afghanistan Base. This article is dated May 31st. Let me read a brief portion of it. Marines at Camp Leatherneck in Afghanistan will lose a key daily meal starting Saturday, causing some to forego a hot breakfast and others to work 6+ hours without refueling on cooked food. This comes from Marines at the base and other Marine officials. Until Saturday, Leatherneck's dining facility will offer its customary 4 meals per day. After June 1st, the menu drops to 3 daily meals, and eventually there will only be 2 hot meals served. Anytime a chow hall meal is eliminated, it will be replaced by a prepackaged MRE, or meal ready to eat. Why should our troops be forced to forego a hot meal when Egypt is basking in the glow of a $1.3 billion aid package? Another example comes from WTOP.com. This article is entitled, Vets Fume Over Walter Reed Furloughs. The trickle-down effects of sequestration, budget cuts, and federal worker furloughs have made their way to Walter Reed's civilian workforce. And the news that caregivers will be sent home instead of tending to wounded warriors has one veterans group fuming. WTOP has confirmed that workers at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center in Bethesda have received furlough notices set to take place on July 8th. The center says that the furloughs will not impact patient care. Well, maybe they will and maybe they won't. But our troops and their families should not have to worry about reduced levels of urgently needed care while Egypt celebrates a $1.3 billion aid package. The last example comes from KIROTY.com and is entitled, JBLM Furloughs for Fire Crews May Put Soldiers and Their Families at Risk. The union representing civilian firefighters on Joint Base Lewis McChord, which is located in the state of Washington, said the possibility of furloughs for fire crews on base could put soldiers and their families at risk. As with Walter Reed, the furloughs are scheduled to begin July 8th. JBLM is home to more than 48,000 soldiers, their families, and thousands more civilian employees. Why should our troops, their families, and the civilian employees at JBLM have to worry about diminished fire protection services while Egyptian government officials are busy trying to figure out how to spend $1.3 billion in U.S. aid? This is madness. Our troops and their families are being forced to sacrifice in ways that are unreasonable, while the Muslim Brotherhood-led government of Egypt is laughing all the way to the bank. Sequestration or not, with $1.3 billion in U.S. aid going to Egypt, does it really matter why the reductions took place? It seems as though the whims and aspirations of the Egyptian government are being placed above our troops and all other Americans. Egypt was in violation of the law. They were neither legally nor morally entitled to the aid. Our government has let us down again. See below this video for links to the referenced articles. Thank you for watching.